I love the people. I truly do. So another reason why I want to seek re-election, I enjoy my service on the Horry County School Board. You know, a lot of people will say, well, why do you want to do that? It's a lot of work. It is a lot of work, but it is very rewarding. It is, there are a lot of challenges, there are a lot of issues that we face. What you see is what you get. I do not tell you I'm going to do something and I turn around and do the opposite. I never make any promises because you never know what's coming down the pipe. Right now in District 6, the most important thing that's facing them now is what the board has decided to do with across the district in our high schools with our field houses. Now there's it's a big issue to my constituents. It's also of a great concern to me because, like I just said a moment ago, I believe in long-range planning. So when we will take the money that we have, that we've allocated, and certainly I have already attended a meeting at Socastee High School to get input from them. And as time goes on, I think that, I mean, if I am elected next year, you know, we will be dealing with the concerns from my constituents in District 6 with building that field house to where it is going to accommodate the students now, but certainly going to accommodate the students in the future. Thank you to the voters, because a couple of years ago, as a school district, we said that if you would support our penny for school construction, and that is a fund that is designated only for school construction. What we will do with that money is what we just finished talking about. Field houses, okay, and also across the district. The Carolina Forest area is rapidly growing. I see it every day. The new people that are moving into the area, people that are retired as well as people that have children. So therefore, Carolina Forest, it was not projected years ago to have the growth that it has had, to be such a fast-growing community. It's been very hard to keep up with that. We have a lot of families, we have a lot of parents that are concerned about the portables that are at Carolina Forest Elementary, because when that school was open, it was way over capacity. We now have Ocean Bay Elementary, but again, that's where your attendance lines come in. And some of those children are coming from different districts, not just the Carolina Forest and the Socastee district. So there is a need for a new elementary school, which that is on the board, or that is on the table presently. Parents work all over this county. They might live in the Socastee community. However, they might be employed in North Myrtle Beach. So there's a concern there about the child care. 9 to 5 job, school was over 2:30 to around 2:30, 3 o'clock. What if they do not have a family member, or if they have no accommodations for their child? Then certainly I would agree that that transfer is justified. For those that just want to go into a school because it's a good school, I do have a concern with that, because I believe that all of our schools are good schools. Those are the two that come up first. And you know, in executive session there is no vote taken. Okay, and with student and with personnel, staff, you know, it's not. I do not feel that it is. There's a lot of privileged information, and I know if it was my child, I would not want all of that to be said in public. I would not want discussion about why we are before the school board in public. Student hearings and personnel issues. You need not fear your child being safe at school. But I do have a concern when cell phones are allowed with the students. I know that parents look at that as a security measure for them, and as a parent, I truly do understand that. But I'm gonna give you an example. I was in high school last year, and somehow a text went through to someone in Ohio from this district, and within an hour, the media was calling concerning to see if there had been a shooting at that particular school. The text was read wrong, but it just raises a lot of red flags that are, you have X amount of time during your school day, and it should be spent with academics. First of all, student achievement, student programs would be the last thing that, as a district, that we would do. We have a lot of great programs working very well for the students now. The budget in itself, this board, the seated board now, with everything that filters down from the state, 2 years ago, the current board projected that this year was going to be a difficult year for the state as a whole. By doing so 2 years ago, we have protected ourselves somewhat by not having to cut programs. Certainly we have the federal stimulus. We received $13 million in federal stimulus, and that money is to be used now. It cannot be used next year. We have gone down, for this year, we have gone down 1.5 meals. Okay? Now, then you also have your operational, and then you have your fund balance. With the fund balance, we have we have security in that fund balance. A fund balance, to sort of explain that to my constituents, is like a savings account. All right? Any money in that fund balance is money that we have set aside for hard times. And that's where we are right now. We have $48 million in our fund balance. Our millage rate for, I believe it was 08-09, was at 143, and it's gone down to 133.